Morning students, will continue with the topic. Yesterday we have already seen how the blood is circulated in the body via heart. Okay, today we are going to see after heart how the blood reaches different parts of our body. Okay, we have got two types of blood vessels. The first one is artery and the second one is veins. Okay, now arteries are the vessels which carry the blood away from the heart to the different organs of the body. Okay, similarly veins, they collect the blood from different organs and bring it back to heart. This all we have studied this in lower class. Okay, now as the blood in the artery comes from the heart, it is under very high pressure. Okay, that's why the arteries have got thick and elastic walls. Similarly veins, okay, they do not need these thick walls because the blood is no longer under pressure, but they have got valves. Now why these valves are present? Because to ensure that the blood flows only in one direction, because they have to pump in opposite direction, they have to carry the blood towards heart. So the valves, they prevent the backflow of blood. Okay, now these arteries, okay, they divide into smaller vessels. Now if you go back to the previous page, figure 6.11, there you can see the diagram. This is the artery. Now this artery is dividing into small thin capillaries. Can you see this? Okay. Now we'll come back again to the next page. Okay. Now they are just one cell thick. So they are so thin, they are thinner than your hair. Okay. They are known as capillaries. Now the exchange of material between the blood and the cells, okay, takes place through these capillaries. Now these capillaries again join to form veins. Now go back to the previous page, again the same diagram. If you see, they join and form veins. Okay, so the arteries, they divide into capillaries. The capillaries again join and form the vein, and they carry back the blood to the heart. Okay, so this is the way how the circulation takes place. Okay, now there is one more blood cell which we have to study, that is a platelet. Okay, now what is the importance of this platelets? Now here the tubes which you carry, that is the arteries and the veins, what happens if they develop a leak? Okay, so if they leak, then what happens? Okay, so now this leakage will lead to loss of pressure. Okay, the pressure in the body might be decreased because of this leakage. Now to reduce this, okay, this leakage, the pumping system may get disturbed. Okay, so we have got a special cells in our blood, they are known as platelets. Okay, now these platelets, they go on circulating around the body along with the blood, and they plug these leaks, okay, by forming a clot, and these points of injuries are then clogged. Okay, now we go to the next important, we can say a transport fluid, okay, that is known as lymph. Okay, now this lymph, that is the blood which comes out of the pores of the walls or the capillaries. Okay, then this fluid has got more amount of plasma, proteins and blood cells which has escaped into the intercellular spaces between the tissues. Now this forms a fluid. That fluid is called as lymph, or it is also known as tissue fluid. Okay, now because there are no RBCs in this is colorless and it contains less amount of protein than in blood. Okay, now this lymph, it drains into lymphatic capillaries. So whatever is leaking out, it goes into lymphatic capillaries. Okay, now these lymphatic capillaries, they join again and they form large lymph vessels which open into veins. Okay, now there is one function of the lymph given in your textbook, that lymph carries the digested and absorbed fat from the intestine and drains the excess fluid from the extracellular space back to the blood. So this is a short note. If the short note is asked about lymph, you have to write all these things. I have already underlined the important points. Please read those points for writing the answers. Thank you.